This shit a little different. I'm not even gonna cap with you.
XP, right?
Cholo in this bitch. Like,
How do you like the
do
stands,
Welcome.
Dylan? Do you like them more?
Welcome
Do
to
you
the
liked it more than holding the actual microphone?
bro.
Yeah, I
no
fuck
one
with that.
fucking talks before I fucking say welcome to the swamp. Now I'm a
Sloop.
fucking brat. Okay. Let me say it. Okay. Let me say it.
What if I fucking steal it from you, bro? What are you gonna do? Welcome to the swamp. We're here. How do you do with that one? How does that one make you feel?
Do you want to be honest?
Yeah, like I want full honesty from you. Like I don't want you to fucking talk to me like I'm some fucking girl of yours.
In a sense, it makes me feel demasculated,
Okay.
and then it kind of makes me feel, how do you say, Chris Jennerish?
What do you mean by that?
Like
I think you should elaborate on that one.
like you're kind of married to this one person for so long, and then they're just like, ugh, I'm a woman. You know what I mean?
We're riding the fucking thin line here, boys.
Bro, dude, I saw this video on TikTok the other day when he was talking to her as Kate, and he was saying he's like, that sounded so bad. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean that. She was like, yeah, so like I'm a woman, I'm like saying her thing, and then Chris goes, were we ever married? Because technically, like, because she was talking about how she's changing her name to Caitlyn, and technically, like, Bruce is, like, dead and, like, gone. And then she was like, and then so Chris is like, so were we ever married? And then, like, Caitlyn is just sitting there, just, like, doesn't know what to say at all.
If you think they've had like other private conversations about that, where they've like
No, so I was actually watching. I
sure.
started watching IMK. I only got through like the first 10 minutes of the last episode, which is Caitlyn and Chris coming back together for the first time since it all started, because they hadn't talked at all, like at all through the transition and everything. They didn't talk at all.
So Caitlyn Jenner ghosted Kris Jenner.
Kinda.
Damn, that's tough.
So they're not speaking anymore.
No, they are now.
Oh.
They do now.
You can't ghost a marriage.
But it's funny.
Yeah.
But he did that right after Kylie was out.
You think she Caitlyn Jenner would? I don't know. You'd have to say something
But okay,
beforehand.
here's the thing. I've been watching the Kardashians, and the thing is, I've been watching it just for funsies, just for the girls. No, studying, bro. They demasculated this man in every single fucking sense.
Yeah.
Every dude, you watch this show, and he's left out of everything. He's belittled everything. Like, he's just crumbled into just like I don't even know what that is. Like yeah, like it sucks. Like this, because he's in a house full of only women plus Rob.
Yeah.
And Rob's not there most of the time.
What happened to
Yeah.
him? Like he's
He
just
just
like
got
not there.
I think he always felt that way. So like,
But I think is what he did is he owed it to
we're saying
the
he referring to
Kardashian. He
Bruce
owed it to
Jenner before
Robert
before
Robert
she
Senior.
transitioned.
He owed it to Robert Senior. Because he promised him because this is what he said in the show. He said he promised him on his deathbed that he would watch the girls and protect them and make sure they're okay. Because Kris Jenner and Robert Senior divorced, and she was married to Bruce at the time. And Bruce always said that Robert was very respectful towards him and everything, even after the divorce and even when Chris and Bruce got married. So I think what he did is, well, through the marriages, of course, you're gonna have a kid or two. So he had Kendall and Kylie, and then after they got out of the house, I think once that happened, he finally became himself or herself.
Herself, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of weird because you have to refer like present time as she.
And it's so it's so weird because as a person, he's very conservative. Like everything, every single thing in that show, every single action he has just pushes me like he's a conservative.
Well, she still probably has those.
No, and
I mean, I don't think
and
that comes with.
She ran as a conservative governor. in
Yeah, I mean, I
California.
don't think
forgot
politically-
she did that.
Yeah.
I don't think it would affect anything. Her becoming a woman would affect
That is true.
her political beliefs. I would imagine it would stay the same regardless
True.
if she had not transitioned. Because I would imagine, I don't know, because I've never been in that position.
like he wanted to become more like he wanted to become
I
part
don't
of the
know.
group?
That's hard to say, bro.
He's like
'cause-
trying to say like he wanted to become part of the group, so to say, like because that was the cool thing you want to think.
but he
like,
ghosted after.
Are you- yeah. Yeah.
Well, if she had wanted to do that, why do you think she wouldn't have ghosted and not have said anything to Kris Jenner? Because think about it, if she was planning to do something like that, wouldn't she have stayed and got the most content out of it?
I don't know though.
But if that was the angle she was looking for, why wouldn't she?
Like just to
That's the
get
most
like to
like-
get views.
Yeah,
and,
I'm thinking from a straight like connecting the dots like logically way. If she was aiming,
But in that sense, are you thinking logically?
what do you mean?
Like after being belittled like that and being almost mentally tortured for 20 plus years, do you think that person is mentally right?
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's documentaries that Caitlyn. What I'm aware of that Caitlyn Jenner had thoughts like that beforehand, and like that apparently that was just the way that she felt. I would have to read into the more situation because there's a lot of interviews
Okay.
that are alright. There's a lot of information we can
All right,
find
let's
about
go
it.
here. You think if Caitlyn Jenner was Caitlyn Jenner now, but prime athleticism, Caitlyn Jenner, would she be allowed to compete, or should she be allowed to compete in women's sports, like
That's a-
like Leah Thomas?
That's a super fucking weird topic.
That's
because
such and like
And it's like-
such
it's
a
like with
this-
super touchy
personally,
I
subject.
feel
bro,
like this segues into the Leah Thomas thing.
personally,
you know what I
I
mean?
believe that a person should be able to describe themselves whatever the fuck they want as. If they feel a certain way, they should do whatever the fuck they want.
Mm-hmm.
But also at the same time, I've competed in stuff before when I was younger. I don't know how I would feel about someone having a biological advantage over me. That it's weird.
The Leah Thomas, the
Yeah.
for Penn State.
Yeah.
Like she's still a woman. Like she still can describe herself as a woman. But biologically, there's an advantage. Wouldn't you describe?
Yeah, but
It's like if a man had more testosterone than you did.
Because I think
Like imagine if that happened in the UFC. Think about that. That would, I feel like if there was no backlash, that's when I would officially know the world has reversed. Because 2000s, everyone wanted to find a fucking pinpoint, a fucking little needle, just a little fucking thing, just to catch UFC off guard, just so they could get them the fuck out. Because there was so much money peddling into the government through these mob organizations that ran boxing, because they were trying to get rid of UFC. But now UFC is so huge, they run the fucking game. So, because it's totally flipped. Boxing is on the out. It's gone. It's done. No
It's
one
'cause
watches
nobody
boxing.
really takes it as seriously.
After this Jake Paul bullshit, it has totally ruined the sport of boxing. And I totally understand now why Dana White keeps his fighters away from Jake Paul, and he keeps Jake Paul out of his octagon.
Yeah.
Because Jake Paul, it's a fucking, what it is it's like, think about a market bubble, how it sits there and it builds so high and then it has to burst. That's literally what it is. That's exactly what it fucking is a market bubble. And when you do that, you're gonna gain a lot of followers for this one time. It's like when you go viral on TikTok for like 5 minutes. You get your fucking 15 minutes of fame, and then all your shit is done, and then you're just like, what the fuck happened? And then because you plan. Yeah, that is true.
I feel like TikTok is different than creating your own persona like
That
Jake
is
Paul
true.
did. TikTok, it's a lot easier to fucking shove your shit in people's faces.
Because it's shorter.
Yeah, Jake Paul really, like, as much as I don't like him as a person, you have to, like, realize how good he was at marketing and creating that, like, name for himself. Like, he really just, like, blew up.
It's a total character.
Yeah. It's so crazy, bro. Like, the way he was able to, like, it's not that boxing was dying, but he started bringing some money into the industry. But like you could also say that it's not real boxing, like the way that he does shit.
But
Yeah.
it was he brought it all for himself and the fighters that fought under him. I mean, he paid everyone. But he tried.
He brought more
I will
views
give
to
him,
it.
I will give him this. He did try. He tried to tell Dana White, pay your fighters more. Pay
I think
this more.
that's
Everyone
that
needs to
those
be paid
texts were
more."
managed. I don't know. I don't think Jake Paul would be that concise about his
No,
his
I
feelings.
think he's right on that because he actually went because those were 3 professional fights. They weren't exhibitions.
Mhm.
They were put on a professional record. So and the thing is, people want to dog him. He beat a former welterweight champion of the fucking world, knocked him out one fucking punch, and that guy is gonna be a future UFC Hall of Famer. Tyron Woodley. Same thing with Ben Askren. I mean, come on, like.
Mhm.
You can't dog the kid. I mean, the kid's got power. His technique is getting there if he continues to work at the rate he's working.
If he can fight like actual fighters, like I wouldn't mind seeing him try to compete professionally.
Yeah, that's true.
Like if
But he tried to, and Tommy Fury backed out like a
but
bitch.
you also have to think about it that like MMA is a completely different style of competition. It like
that's
boxing is more of I wouldn't say elegant, but the way that you fight is a lot more. I wouldn't say planned. I can't really think the correct word, but MMA is like you're fighting to like pin that person. It's you're adding more shit to it, and it's a lot more depth than boxing. So
Yeah, I get what you mean.
because like
Because there's so many more aspects to it.
Yeah,
That's
like-
why there's more martial arts than there's boxing. Boxing is one martial. Boxing is one martial
It's
art.
because you're
of
perfecting
UFC.
that singular style over using it for effective combat purposes.
Mhm.
I feel like that's probably the best way to describe it.
Yeah, UFC is like it's just so much. Like you gotta
Mhm.
learn how to wrestle, you gotta learn how to grapple, then you gotta learn how to box, you gotta learn how to kick.
I still
There's
think
so
Mike Tyson
much.
could kick most people's asses though.
I don't know. It depends. I feel like he'd fucking just start eating them.
Unless it's like fuck, I don't
on
know.
the ground,
Maybe
he's
like a bigger Khabib could beat Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I could see Khabib.
Okay,
I feel like Khabib could beat Mike Tyson.
We're saying prime
And you-
Mike Tyson. If you don't think if he can connect like one fucking
Oh, it's not
crazy
about
punch-
connecting. It's about it's literally about Khabib being the greatest athlete of all time.
Yeah, you're right.
That's
But-
what no one realizes. Like, oh no,
I would say greatest
Dude,
fighter. I
come
wouldn't say
on.
greatest athlete.
I would literally call Khabib the greatest athlete of all time.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
100%. Do you? I mean,
Okay,
like,
what do you mean though? Like,
Because
would
this
you,
is how I would base a great athlete: someone that could survive in the wild.
Like,
Who the fuck would survive in the wild? Fucking Khabib.
the way I rank athletes are like how an athlete changed the sport, like how Michael Jordan had an
Damn.
effect on NBA, and how Kobe had an effect on the NBA.
That's true. But that has nothing to do with their athleticism. Changing a sport has nothing to do with their athleticism. I'm talking about someone that's
but
body.
they were still like the best fucking athletes in their like Messi up there. I would put Messi up there. I think I couldn't rank it by numbers. I'd have to rank it by tiers.
I just
S tier,
think because
A tier,
you
B
think
tier.
about it, sports were made for people to be entertained, and they were made at the base of all sports
Mhm.
is the Roman Colosseum. You're trying to survive. How do you survive? Who survives?
Well, I mean, the
Khabib
Aztecs
Nurmagomedov.
created like a form of basketball.
LeBron doesn't fucking survive. He's calling for a foul in the fucking first 2 minutes on the Lion. You know what I'm saying?
I mean-
Khabib is in there fucking rear naked choking that little queer boy.
Bro, did you know?
That's what I'm saying. Like when I think of it, I'm thinking of someone that would survive in the Roman Colosseum because that's the original sport. That's the original human entertainment. It's the Roman Colosseum.
But like we're not in that time anymore though.
I mean that is true.
Things have changed. I mean,
Yeah.
other civilizations have had their own versions of sports. Like The Aztecs, they had no influences from Rome. They had like
But they didn't
form
have
of
sports. They just
yeah,
fucking
they
threw
did. They have
people
that.
on
It was
pyramids
like it
and
was kind of
killed
like a
them.
basketball game, but it was more of like
Are you serious?
Yeah, and they had rims and stuff.
What was
yeah.
it? Can you explain it? I didn't even know this.
I would have to find the full the story on it, but
We learned it in world history. They created their own version. Like they had a hoop up on top of these like stone ledges they'd create. Like think about it as a court with only 2 walls, and on top of those 2 walls was like a platform and then the hoop. And so people would be playing in the basically the pit that's created, but there's no walls on the long sides. And they play like this. I guess they carry the ball. I would have to research on the exact rules of the game, but they carry the ball and then they try to get it into the hoops, or they try to score points, and like I guess you can defend and attack. It was kind of like a really prehistoric version of like basketball, but I don't think basketball is like the same thing technically.
Sounds like basketball in Sacramento.
basketball in Sacramento.
A bunch of fucking idiots running around playing shit. Bro, do you think if like you say something like kind of derogatory towards homosexuals and you're just like, I'm gay, do you have to prove it?
Yes.
How?
Do it on camera.
How
Like, bro,
else?
like imagine if I was like, hey, I was like, it's like fucking queers.
Please
and
don't.
then,
Damn.
and then like this is an example. I didn't mean it. It's an example, Josh. Chill the fuck out. So like if I was like, hey, Q's, because Josh is a little fucking bitch. And I was like, hey, Q's, how you doing? And then somebody's like, you can't say that. You're not a homosexual. And then I was like, I'm gay, bro. I just don't. I just.
Damn.
Are you gay, bro?
I don't think
Okay,
that's
cool.
allowed.
Okay.
I
I
don't think
kissed
you're
No,
allowed to
he's
him.
say
gay. He
that.
just said he's gay.
Okay, well then shit. My
It's
bad.
just like me. I'm transracial.
That's
I'm
my bad.
black.
I'm sorry to assume your sexuality, bro. That's
I'm
on
black,
Me.
Cholo.
That's on me. My bad.
Did you know that, Josh?
Nah, I'll take this one. That's a no for Cholo.
You ever think, bro? I don't know why, dude. I just wonder, like, what do dogs think all day long? Like when they're just chilling in the
I
backyard.
feel like I think Sky's thinking about.
Is that true?
So what would you say
didn't
about
know
like
that.
hibernation, where bears like plan to fucking sleep for 6 months and
That's just their dicks getting cold, bro.
but you wouldn't say they make a plan to get all of that food and then sleep for a certain amount of months and wake up at a certain time, or do you think that's just like their instinct?
I just thought that was fucking overeating.
They don't have concise thoughts like a human
Yeah,
would.
they had like adapt to that over time.
They're not hearing a voice in their word, like the voice in their head, right? Like to fucking make those plans. Okay, I hear what you're saying.
Like, bro, the shit that we do, like, I don't know, like, plan for events or fucking plan for vacations or, like, think about, like...
Think about what's on Thursday night on fucking TBS.
Bro, it
That's
makes you feel
crazy.
small, bro. It makes you feel weird. Like
But
if
do you
Yeah,
think
it is.
do you think the further we evolve, the further we think into the future?
I feel like we have
Yeah.
to be getting, like, smarter and smarter, dude. Or maybe not smarter, but, like, more knowledgeable.
Like our concept, like we get a better concept of time almost.
I don't know about...
I don't think humans will.
We have pretty
Yeah.
much, like, know what it is. It's just, I don't know, dude. We, like... I guess just making breakthrough...
Time is just created by the white man.
Humans are really bad at like paying attention to time, like without like a way to measure it. Like what it's like our what's
You're off
what's
the
the main word for
tabs.
it? It's like your time.
No, that's true though, cause I be working just doing shit, and all of a sudden I'm like, fuck, 2 hours just went by. That's crazy.
What's the scientific word? It's like your sense of time. Like you're like the consent like your conception of time.
Yeah,
Like you know how for a
Something?
dog
your concept of
like-
time.
a year is like 7 years for them.
Yeah,
Humans, like every animal has like a different scale versus like how they perceive time.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, scientifically, but conceiving it and seeing it in a, I mean, because like that's a science.
Yeah, they just have.
Well, I've always heard that like dogs, when you like leave for the day, they think you're gone for like a lot longer than you are. Like they freak the fuck
Yeah,
out.
that's
Like,
true because their lives are shorter.
why do you think animals develop like separation anxiety? Like they be freaking out, like they think you're leaving them because you've been gone for so long.
I don't think they'd. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, they
Well,
don't
yeah.
know. Like, they're not smart enough to know. Like, they're like, oh, they're coming back. They're just going to the store. They just like.
Yeah, that's true.
They're just like, oh, they're leaving. Like, oh, like, not without me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah, it's hard to
I don't know.
tell.
I thought that was always something we were taught in like school, is that like humans. I don't. I guess the best word would be conception, or like how we.
Concept.
Yeah, like how we perceive how long like time passes. It's like really hard for us to like know what it is like right off the bat without having like a scale like or a clock comparing it to.
I don't know, bro. This shit sounds racist. the way you say it.
Explain that one to me. How does that one sound racist?
I don't know, bro. You talking about fucking time passing differently for different species?
I
and
think
that
that would
shit
be
just
more
sounds racist as
speciesist than
fuck.
racist. Race is in a species.
Bro, Savannah was talking to me the other day, and she came up with this new term. You wanna know what it's called?
What?
Tismism.
What does that one mean?
Being discriminatory to people with autism. You're a tismist.
I thought that was called an ableist.
Is that no? An ableist is when you like I thought that's when you like allow people to do shit you're not.
Oh
supposed
wait,
to
no.
do.
There's another word. There's another word for it. It's like where you don't like people with disabilities, or like you treat them differently.
Thought that was transphobia.
No. That's fucked up. We're cutting that one out.
Did
No,
you get that?
That one's not
Did you
fucking
get
staying
that?
in, bro. We're
Say it.
not.
Did you
no.
get that?
Yeah.
He said it's when you're afraid of people with disabilities, and I said transphobia.
I don't think they got that one.
Wow.
You're fucked.
I can say whatever. I told you I'm transracial, so I can say it. That's how it works, Josh. Did you freak it?
I mean, have you freaked or freaked on?
What was the longest you freaked? And like
Juan's
how?
like
And
72
where,
hours.
And where?
He took it to his penthouse and he freaked it.
Bro says an hour. Bro, an hour
Yeah.
straight.
That's
Okay.
but like how many rounds? How many rounds? Just one straight.
You're sitting. No, I don't.
No, you were deaf. What were you taking at the time? I mean,
I can't, bro. I don't know. Cause if I'm going that long, I need at least a round or two, bro.
nah, mine's definitely 45. No, maybe
Yeah.
like 45.
I mean,
Like off one round, definitely. Okay, yeah. Like if we're going off just one round.
have you ever
45.
spent a weekend alone, like at a house with a girl?
Yeah.
It turned into like you hurting by the next fucking
Dude,
weekend.
I
Wait,
know it's
dude.
possible.
When you first get into a relationship, that's literally how your dick just hurts. It's just like, why are you even a thing?
Have you ever woke up the next day sore and like it hurts to walk? Like you be like getting up.
No,
and
your
leaning, bro, and
hips.
your balls
It's
hurt.
your hips.
Nah, it's my
Especially when you have to do
balls.
all your work. all
Sometimes
the
it's my
work.
balls, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. If I be going too hard, bro.
What was the best place you think you fucked? Like the best place.
Your mama's.
Fuck. I have one, the fucking Dominion in a mansion.
Oh fuck! Explain.
Weekend
Explain.
alone. I don't know. I can't air that one out.
Air it out.
Nah,
air
that
it
one's
out.
gotta stay.
You have to. You already said it. You have to
Y'all
air it
already
out.
fucking know. Don't even.
Just
I,
air it,
I
just
can't
air
air
it.
that
You
one.
might as well say the name.
No,
Shit.
I fucking did.
That one's not getting picked up, bro. I can't air that one out. That's a
My
fucked up.
favorite was a fucking lifeguard stand on the beach.
On the beach, bro. Like, are you talking like you know how in GTA they have those fucking big ones? Or are you talking about just a regular one?
I like the big ones.
Like the little house, bro. They
Like
be
the
watching
ones
people.
like you know the ones you can walk up into.
Yes,
Like
yeah,
one
yeah,
of
yeah.
those.
On the fucking Venice Beach one in GTA.
Yeah, kind of like those.
Yeah, bro, dude.
Those
Oh.
that was nice because you could hear
What's
like
what's the
Yeah.
temperature?
Cause like, dude, and then the fucking the moon was almost full and shit.
What's the
And
temperature outside?
afterwards we smoked and everything. It was like a hella vibe experience and like.
Depending on how hot it is outside, I don't know if I'd enjoyed it. Because if it was like a
Honestly-
cool 70, like 75,
Hey, when
I'd be
you in
okay.
love, you enjoy everything, boy. That's
I
all
guess
I'm
you're
gonna
right.
say. Hey, love is a fucking dangerous mistress, son. That bitch will come up and bite you right in the gooch. She'll come out of nowhere and be like, for life.
Love make you pull up to the gym smelling like hot car sex, bro.
Bro, fucking love will make you fucking want to shoot yourself, son.
Bro, me and Juan were working out one time, and this couple like pulled up, and we were getting our sets like next to them, and we were I think we were doing our curls, right? And they sat next to us, and they were getting their rows, and like all of a sudden, I smelt just literally like a putrid fucking vile, like smell of just skin on skin, and like it literally smelled like somebody had left a vagina out for 72 hours, bro. Or like you hadn't washed your fucking balls in 3 months, bro. That's literally what it fucking smelled like. Like me and Juan were trying to get our sets, and I was like, "Yo, Juan, let's just go to the next one, bro." Like I dead ass can't fucking finish.
Pretty bad. It smelled like fucking like sour. Like I don't know, dude. It was like a pretty fucking nasty, like pretty like.
Imagine if you left Cool Ranch dip out.
Bro, sour vagina.
Look kept telling me like he was like, bro, it smells like they fucking hotboxed the car, had like sex, and then
Sat in it.
sex, and then just like decided to go work out or something.
Had decided to jog to the gym right after, bro. Leave their car at home or some shit. That's how
so
bad it smelled,
nasty.
Like I know, like none of them, like they were both free balling. They were free balling. There's no way that smell could have fucking just gotten out like that, bro. Like you could literally smell it from like 2 fucking machines over.
Oh,
Like that's how
shit.
bad it was. Like walking around the gym just trying to get to your next machine, you're like, bro, like I can't. It's like like you're getting your fucking smelling salts before a fucking
Ooh, y'all are fucking disgusting, bro. That's the, bro.
We were gagging, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
Have
Like,
y'all
I was
ever-
dead ass. We can't work
Have y'all
out.
ever worked out with like a significant other or like another, like a girl,
Yeah.
or like a girl you're trying to fuck, or like you have fucked?
Yeah.
Bro, it is. I fucking like, dude. That's the worst shit ever. I want to say
Explain.
it sucks, bro. Cause like you literally have to take off 30 fucking plates. Like you put on your fucking shit. You go first always. Men are always first. You do your shit, and then she's like, "Oh, I need a 10." You're like, "Bro, we're fucking squatting right now. You need a fucking 10 on each side. You gotta take both of your 45s
Bro,
off."
Gator's like just hating on her. She's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
It's like you're literally doing that for half. Like that's half your time is just taking weights off.
Yeah, that's like if
So, like,
somebody had like
anytime-
planned you working out with the group and everybody's just doing fucking different weights. Like somebody's on a fucking 245, somebody's on
Yeah.
25, somebody's on a fucking like 345. You have to put the 45s back on and off again, bro.
Do y'all remember when we'd go to the Y when we were in like middle school, and we'd pull up and just start fucking lifting, and it would be like 4 or 5 of us just
Oh
all
my
lifting together at
God.
one point. It was like me, you, K-Rub, like dude, it's just like everybody. And then Cam would pull up with his bag of protein powder. He's like, my grandma got it for me, bro. Bro, that's just so funny to us for no fucking reason. Bro, cause he was just like,
I know
holding
there
it.
isn't.
He just had it.
No,
It was
there
like literally
isn't.
just a drawstring bag and then a fucking bag of
I
protein
remember that.
powder. Bro, that's just so funny to us for no fucking reason, and we would just be dying. And you'd be like, my fucking grandma got it for me for Christmas. And we'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Noel's dead as shit right now. I can't fucking breathe.
Forgot about that.
Bro, the Y was so fucking funny. You remember when we chiefed for the first time and we pulled up? And
Bro,
so
y'all were
those-
fucking haters back in the day. I
Dude,
remember when I cheaped for the first time around y'all. Y'all were like, y'all were giving me wide eyes. Y'all were looking like this.
Oh my gosh.
We're like, yeah, sure.
It's like, is this fucking Cholo chiefing with them, bro? Like, I thought you were better.
Bro, I remember, that's the vibe. I was like, fuck, my bad. Bro. I was like, man, I'm a little and then the next year, you're fucking chiefing with me, homeboy. Fucking finishing a cart like in a fucking day.
Bro, that's so true though. I did do that. That was like, I'm not even
Yeah,
joking.
yeah,
I didn't even
that's
leave.
fun.
I got home and I finished it.
I have to respect it, bro. I did the same thing back in the day. Because
Dude.
I feel like when we were younger, we chiefed so much that our tolerance was way too high. So like a
I
cart
was
would
doing
fucking
it like
be done.
every class period, just going and just chiefing.
Because that's when you could bring your fucking cart with you, like, to the fucking class.
Dude, I know, like, so this. Nah,
neither.
dude, this one day, I got this lion cart from a plug that went to school with us.
Lion? That sounds like a Mario Kart, bro. That sounds like a
They're
Mario
called, like
Kart or some
Lion
shit.
Heart or something. and I was like, I was just looking at him, and I look at him, and I look at him, I look at him, I tip it upside down.
Moves.
It looked like vape juice.
Oh, that's fun.
What'd you do?
I chiefed the fuck out of it.
You were getting high, but you were getting high off
Bro,
pesticides, bro.
When those hoes first came, when fucking cards first came out, we were chiefing the fuck out of pesticides.
The lion
Fuck
heart.
Bro, I
What
finished
the
that.
fuck?
I finished. That's why I probably finished it in one day, bro.
I used to finish cards because I'd be sitting in the middle of class, like, just hitting it under my shirt or something.
Oh, bro, I remember this one time we were with the man who must not be named, and we were in the back of our English class, and we were chiefing. It was me, him, and Phipps, and he fucking takes out his dab pin. Yeah, see you, brother. Be safe, dog. So like we were chiefing his dab pin. Hell yeah, see you at.
Yes, sir. Drive safe, little wet.
Adios. Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
So we were chiefing the dab pin in the back of the fucking class. And we were literally chiefing it and then blowing it into the file cabinet. So we'd hit it and then
file
and we'd hit it, open the file cabinet, blow it in, and then close it and be quiet. Well, fucking him or Phipps hits it and fucking opens it but closes it hard. And we had a sub, and the sub was like, "What are y'all doing?" And this fucking kid who's a new kid, and we let him rip it like twice. We literally met him like 3 or 4 days before this.
Wait, he just hit the fucking.
And he was some funny ass kid. He ran a meme page too. That was
But you have to give him the benefit.
yes, bro. And he showed us the memes. And we were like, bro. And the funny thing is he would always be like, "I don't run a fucking meme page. I run a gore page." And we're like, "This is fucking memey shit." And he was like, "These are not." He's like, "Bro, I deadass won't talk to you if you call it a fucking meme page." And it's just this little black kid who's so fucking, but he was so nice and funny, and we let him rip it, and so fucking they close it hard as fuck, and Gilson, or fucking the kid just goes like, the sub's like, "What was that?" And the kid's like, "Oh, there's squirrels," and I'm just like, I'm so fucking high. I'm just like, I'm sitting there trying not to fucking just cry laughing. Cause, dude, I just met this kid the other day, and he's just like, "Oh, it's squirrels." Like, who the fuck says this shit? And the sub just, like, looks at us like a fucking NPC and goes, "Okay." Like,
What? Oh, he's like,
what?
He's like, bet that. Okay.
Who the fuck says, "Okay, it's squirrels"?
she's
First
probably
things
like,
first, I'm investigating for fucking squirrels. Right? Is that just me?
she's probably just like,
And
whatever.
you know which one it was? It was the one that either passes out or would put her headphones in. It kind of looked like Leanne.
Oh my,
She
yeah.
She looked like
would
a rundown version of Velma from the real Scooby Doo.
She would always play music in class, dude.
She was a
fall
fucking
asleep. And I was like,
So I do the same thing.
I don't know. She was off the pack or something, bro. I'd look at her and her eyes would be squinty. And I asked her one time, I was like, "Are you from Southeast Asia?" She's like, "Why are you asking me this question?" I was like, "Just asking questions, bitch." You know what I mean?
Bro, I don't know how kids could pull up to class smelling it. They just hotbox like 3 separate cars at the same time, bro.
Bro.
Like if
We
if
would
my
get
eyes
fucked-
were red, I was
I mean,
fine
man,
going
we
to
were
class. But
fucked
if I
up.
smelt, bro,
I couldn't.
I was
We
I was
were
not gonna go to
fucked
class.
up. Like, I mean, either the teachers are looking out for us or
They
they're
had to have known,
idiots.
bro. Cause I never came to class smelling like
I
raps.
mean, I
or
know
anything.
Mr. Arnett knew. Mr. Arnett for sure knew. Mr. Pacino knew.
I mean, teachers had to know.
They had to know a little bit.
Mr. Hester saw my
I
fucking
mean, especially
dab
Mr.
pen
Arnett,
charger and
like-
told me to go put it in my car.
Really?
He's like, bro, go put that away before you get fucking caught with it. I was like,
It's not even mine, bro. I was just loading it for somebody.
Like, I really-
It really wasn't even my fucking pen
What
charger.
was it?
It was just a fucking pen charger.
Oh,
and I think
just a pin charger.
yeah,
bro?
no, somebody made a joke because I was at a table with Cam, Kyle, James, and Libby, and we were like, we always fuck with Mr. Hester. And then somebody was like, "Hey, what's that charger in your bag, Josh?" Like
Saying it like towards Mr. Hester, and Mr. Hester looked at me. He's like, "Really, bro?" I was like,
You're
you
what
know,
the
like, and like, what can I say, bro?
fuck? You're like, what the fuck, man? This is
Threw my hands to
bullshit.
the side. you know?
I can figure it
Bro, no, Mr. Hester would literally be trying to teach classes, and we're talking to him like the whole period like that. Just talking to him like we had just fucking finished sipping a brew with him or some shit, and he'd be like, "All right, I'm trying to fucking teach the rest of the students. Can y'all shut the fuck up, bro?" No, he would have to fucking he would have to limit us to like how many times he could interrupt the class. He's like, "All right, Josh, it's your third joke of the day. You're fucking done."
Like, let me fucking teach my fucking lesson today. I'm like, my fault, bro.
Fucking done, Joshua.
Like, my bad, bro. I didn't mean to.
Damn, bro, that's funny though. That's a cool teacher. He was always probably one of the coolest teachers I heard.
Yeah, he was. I like teachers who are hard on you, but they're hard on you because they want to see you do good. So when you're doing good, they're gonna be like fucking with you the whole period. Like me, like Kyle used to bring his Switch, and we used to try and play it like in the middle of the period when we don't have nothing to do. Mr. Hester would be hitting us with the standing like a disappointed mom at you. You'd be like, "Really, bro?
You're like, what the fuck, you idiots
This is
doing?
study hour. What the fuck are you doing, bro?"
You'll
I
be
was like,
like, oh.
I was like, Hester,
"Shit, we got
listen,
caught."
if I beat you in a round, you think you'll let us play? And he's like, "Do your fucking homework, bro."
He's
I
like,
was like, "My
"Do
You're
bad."
like,
I was like, my fault, bro.
you're like, I thought it was gonna work.
He was like,
My
I was like,
bad,
maybe
G.
if I fucking smoked you out a little bit before, you'd say
Yeah.
yes.
Bro, imagine. It's so funny. We smoked behind his house, like after one of Pamela's parties, because he lives like right down the street from Pamela. We literally like smoked right behind his house.
We used to ding dong like ditch Mr. Hester and we'd tell him the next day that it was us.
That shit's
He'd
so
be like,
funny.
I know Pamela lives right down the street.
Really?
Yeah, he knew that we would go to her house for a party, and then when we get like really drunk, we just fucking pull up to his crib and start fucking with him, or like ring his doorbell and run away or
I
something.
remember we were ding dong ditching.
Bro, he knew it was he knew like instantly when someone was like fucking with him, bro. That was even before like ring doorbell era. Like everybody had a camera.
Yeah, now you
Dang,
can't do
that's
that.
crazy. I remember as a little kid we used to do that. Me and Dill, we used to be a bunch of hoodlums. 8th grade year, this is the
Yeah.
funniest story ever. This connects to another story. So, we were like it was like Halloween, and it was a bunch of us at Dill's house. And so we started like we told the parents, we're like, yeah, we're gonna go trick or treating. Or it was a Halloween party actually, wasn't it?
I think
It was just a Halloween party. So we were like, oh, we're gonna go to the park. So we started walking to the park, and then I think it was probably me or one of us idiots. We were like, let's start ding dong ditching. And then fucking, we started, bro. We did like, I mean, I'm not even fucking joking you. We would do like every other two houses, and like we went straight down the street, and then we just went to the fucking park eventually, cause like we were running so much. We're like, fuck it, let's just go to the park, cause we're so scared,
I remember doing that in Jason's neighborhood.
Yeah.
dude. So we get to the park, and all of a sudden we just see the cop car fucking just like rolling by. We're like, oh shit. Cause we had a basketball. Playing basketball, shooting a little bit.
How late was it?
It was kind of late.
Yeah.
Bro,
it was
you
like
could-
it was like 9:30, 10 probably.
Okay, that's not that bad.
And
If
then-
it was like 11 or 12 or some
Yeah,
shit,
and
you
then
look
so-
stupid.
So the cop pulls into the fucking parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
He gets out, starts walking towards us.
I remember I was
Bruh.
like, shit.
I was like, fuck, we're fucked. Cause I'm a little white boy in a fucking suburban neighborhood, middle class my whole life. Maybe poor when I was little. Don't hold me to it. But walking towards us, and I'm fucking pissing myself, just fucking scared. And he goes, "Were y'all ding dong ditching?" And we're like, "Yes, sir." And he was like, "Y'all better stop out here tonight." He's like, "Y'all know that's not right." He's like, "I could give y'all tickets." And we're like, "Oh, we're sorry." And he's like, "Just make sure y'all stop, okay?" And so we did. And like maybe 20, 30 minutes later, this dude walks up to us. Or he starts like walking. We see him walking up down the sidewalk. He walks past the pool in the park. He walks in the parking lot past the pool, and he gets like onto the basketball court. And he starts like kind of walking towards us. I kind of get like a
After
weird.
he'd already said shit to y'all?
No, this is a different guy.
Oh, okay, so a
This is
different officer had
Oh,
pulled
no,
up.
this is a totally just random dude.
Uh,
A random dude. Just starts walking on the court, kind of starts walking towards us, and he's like, "Y'all smoke grass?" And we're like, "What?" And we're fucking like, we're 12,
what the
13. And like, I'm a goody goody. I think fucking weed is heroin. I think if I take a hit of weed, I'll die and shit myself and come everywhere and just be dead. Like, that's what I thought weed would do to you. I thought it was like, I saw like the ads were like, if you smoke once, this will be you.
Marijuana is a gateway drug.
Yeah, like I saw those and I freaked the fuck out. So I was just like, I immediately just go, "No, sir." And he's just like looking at me like I'm a fucking weirdo. And he's just like, "What?" He's like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "So y'all good? Y'all don't want no weed, no grass?" And I was like, "No, sir, we're good. Thanks though." Like, who the fuck says that to somebody trying to sell you weed? Like,
So it wasn't an officer?
no, bro, it was just
Was it a
some
random
fuck-
dude?
it was some
Okay.
random dude just
What
tried,
the
like some
fuck?
dude.
What?
Do you remember that when
I
that
don't
dude came up
remember
to us? He was
that.
trying to sell us weed, and I was like, "No, sir." And then PD kept making fun of me.
Oh, it was
'Cause
with
I-
PD.
Yes,
Oh,
because
shit.
then PD was like, "Why the fuck did you tell him no, sir? That's so fucking weird."
Yeah.
Cause he kind of smoked before we did, and he was like, "That's so fucking weird. Like we could have got weed." And I was like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "No." I was like, "No, that's not cool, bro. Like, not cool, dog."
Like, not
Like-
cool, sure.
Like PD, maybe
Not
like you got
cool.
different shit going on,
Oh
Ricky.
my
You're
Bro, when I
God.
first found out Fib smoked, I was like, I can't talk to this kid. I can't be friends. I told Dill, I walked up to Dill, I was like, "Dill, we can't be friends with him."
I was like, what? I was like, that's crazy.
I was like, "It's
Bro,
it's fucked."
whenever I first started smoking it, I didn't tell nobody because I didn't want people to be like, "Bro, are you fucking crackhead, bro? Like, what do you be getting up to like on the weekends,
But I feel
fam?"
like that's with everyone, and like later, no one
Then they
gives a
do it, and
fuck.
they're like, "Oh,
Yeah,
bet."
like, no
Like,
one
oh,
gives
it's
a
just
fuck.
fucking bud, bro.
They're like,
It's
"Oh,
just
bet, let me
like
get a
all
piece."
that red ribbon week shit. Like,
That shit's so funny. Do you remember? Oh my god, do you remember Kyle Robinson? It's the first time he smoked, and then like 2 or 3 weeks later, he fucking you see.
Oh, he was in the cover page. I
in the
remember us
red
saying,
ribbon week.
He was in the fucking. He comes out on the page for the like the what are those called?
the Red Ribbon Week
In
like
the yearbook?
features.
In the yearbook. It was in the yearbook. He's on the fucking page for Red Ribbon Week with a picture of him. And I'm like, I literally remember getting my yearbook and seeing this and sending it to everyone, going like,
That's how I know about it because I didn't go to Driscoll.
I was like,
I saw
look
it
at
just
this
like years later.
motherfucker, bro. I was like, there's no fucking way. Because the funny thing is like, they take those pictures probably back in fucking November, maybe December, for everything like that, just to get
Mhm.
it in the yearbook. But
The yearbooks don't come out until like May, June.
yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like, damn, a lot can change in 6 months. You know what I mean? So that's what I've been thinking. Like, there's
I thought
so
he
much-
smoked during when he took the photo.
No, it was after.
Oh damn, that's fucked.
I don't
Ankle
remember,
deep.
honestly.
Dare did the opposite.
Dare's drugs are really entertaining.
Like I think it made everybody like Dare is just done so poorly that everybody who
It
went
became
to
a
Dare was
fucking
just like
meme.
yeah, like nobody took it seriously because how poorly like it was educated to us and how
It was
bad the
so-
systems were.
The fucking ads are so bad. Like, how? Like, what out of touch fucking person made these shitty fucking videos?
Because a lot of the facts have been like disproven. Like there's a lot of like stereotypes that Dare tried to like pass on about certain drugs.
Yeah, that's true.
I think they should have still like taught the lessons, but done it in a different way where they actually tried to like tell students like what goes on in a person's mind if they get addicted to something and like make like
Yeah.
why or why not they would enjoy a certain drug over something.
So they can actually like learn about it and be like, oh, like
Okay, I know what that does. I don't necessarily need to try it or experiment or fucking go out of my way to fucking see some shit like that.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know, bro. All these drugs killing people, bro.
True.
Like all this
Sad.
fentanyl. That shit's scary. Fentanyl.
Yeah.
that's why you don't buy pills, bro.
That's what I'm
Never buy
saying, bro.
pills.
That's why you don't do none of those pills. Nothing man-made, dog.
No, you can't even tell if shit's fake or not.
Yeah.
That's
Like with
true.
bud, bro, you can tell something's high quality or fucking spice or some shit.
You can smell it. Smell
Yeah,
it. Be
you
like, "Let
fuck,
me
your
smell
nose
it."
knows, bro.
Yeah.
I be like, let me smell it.
But if you get some pills, like you don't know what that's like cut
You
with.
smell it. You
Even
gotta
if you're
sniff it,
getting like
huff it,
lines
boy.
or something or a bump, bro, like you don't know what it could be cut up with. You gotta be careful where you get it from. That's a lot of people don't understand
Gotta
nowadays.
fucking hide that fucking coke in your huffer, boy.
Hey, put it up another area. It's pretty you get
In your
higher.
fucking elephant trunk, son. Bro, do you ever think like if ants were bigger, they'd just fucking kill us, just destroy us?
Maybe.
Like if they were the size of cause you know if they were the size of a human, they could go faster than a Ferrari.
But their penances wouldn't be able to support the weight if they were that big. Like with spiders and
But
like ants.
wouldn't it go up? Wouldn't that increase too with size?
Well, it's because like the fluid that they use to move their body, like it's not like a human muscle. It's like
yeah.
they have fluid in their I guess appendices.
This sounds like appendages.
Appendages, yeah, I'm saying the wrong word. Fuck it. But the fluid moves around, and that's like how they generate.
This sounds
like
like,
force
some
and
shit
move some
from
shit.
fucking like Avengers. Bro.
Avengers.
Sounds like something Loki would do. Bro, I think me and Josh are gonna start doing some like some DC and Marvel comic shit.
I could probably go on about like
Imagine.
for hours about that
I
shit.
think we will soon. We get a podcast now about that.
We're gonna do like a shit ton of podcasts, and then we're gonna start making a fuck ton of TikTok content, and then we might make like a fucking comic theory channel or
That'd be
something.
cool.
That'd be so cool.
Bro, because like the comics are getting so fucking like complicated
Yeah.
nowadays. Like there's so many different canons and not canon stories and like different universes
Yeah,
and
that's
different
true. Comics
fucking
are just-
multiverses.
Bro, comics are just readable animes, dog.
Oh god.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Because there's so many different versions of the same character and same stories that like have little differences and or different characterizations from them, or like
Yeah.
if fucking Batman went evil and turned into the Joker or some shit like that.
Mhm.
You want to find someone that could draw.
Yeah, bro, that would be
Yeah.
nice. I've been thinking about learning how to like animate using all of the like Adobe software, so we can start like using our microphones to like voice act or something and make like pitch a show to like
Yeah.
Adult Swim or some
Yeah.
shit. That's like my main goal. Like I want to fucking write stuff, bro. I want to be able to like pitch something to a network and have that maybe turn into like a season running show, or like maybe help produce a fucking movie for somebody. Like that's like my end goal for everything. I want to use like all of the stuff we make with our own brand, because like me and Gator want to turn it into like a big production company basically, where like
Yeah.
we make whatever the fuck we want, or you know, if we want to decide to produce a different style of content or like experiment with some other aspects of like I guess content creating. Like that's like our main goal of everything.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
We're gonna go fucking crazy. Josh is gonna fuck every woman in Miami.
Hey,
Indeed.
Well, that'd be one place.
we
That'd be
going to
dope.
Miami or we
What's
going
one
to LA?
place like, if money wasn't like a thing? What's one place in the world you'd move?
Greece,
Hmm.
Greece or Japan.
Why is that?
I have no
I-
idea.
Maybe it's only because I've never really like seen other countries other than like what I've seen in travel photos, but I've always heard of Japan having really pretty areas and like a nice atmosphere, and I've heard of Greece like living like in the mountains, like you know those Adobe kind of like I guess studio like areas they have like
Yeah.
for the housings. Like I know you've seen like where they have the Adobe buildings in the mountains and like
It's
it's
a
a
hotel,
hotel,
bro.
Yeah.
and the pool connects to like the inside. Like
yeah.
I'd want to like go somewhere something exotic where it's not like I love Texas, but Texas is kind of bland.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
We have like
It's a lot of
pretty
flat land.
areas and good nature, but it's kind of the same thing, like
It's a
copy
lot
and
of
paste.
flat land.
Yeah, especially with some of our like I
But
love.
that's how a lot of the United States is too.
Yeah, it's,
That's
I
why the
mean,
United States is so fucking boring.
it depends on. I guess like
Only certain, like,
Except
big
Colorado.
cities.
Colorado's fucking beautiful. God.
Yeah.
yeah, like a
Damn.
lot of the mountains we have, like with the Appalachian and the mountains over in the west and the east, like the different.
The Rockies, daddy.
Yeah, the Rockies, like they're different types of beauty.
Yeah, they're
Like they're
fucking-
all equally.
Like, bro, when you're driving into Colorado from New Mexico, and you just fucking see those Rockies just start coming up. God damn, your
That's
dick
pretty.
gets so goddamn hard, boy. Semen starts leaking out of your wiener, boy. You don't even know where you're fucking going, son.
viciously starts fucking busting.
Bro, you feel like a dude, and
So
especially
you
when you
have to,
get when you
have
get to
to.
fucking. There's this one spot in New Mexico, scary place, Pueblo.
Pueblo.
Dude, I'm not even fucking around right now.
I thought
you
Pueblo
see-
isn't that bad.
No, if you fucking see Pueblo, New Mexico, do not fucking stop. I swear to God, bro, that place is known to be a fucking like place for sexual deviancy.
What do you mean by that?
I did not know that.
Like,
I've never
bro,
heard.
like, dude. So my cousins. So okay, this is a known rumor around like Colorado and like New Mexico. But my cousin stopped there one time, and she's a girl, and she said like she was just like peeing and then going to McDonald's in like this like little gas station. And she starts like walking out, and this old dude just walks up to her. She's like 17, 18, and he's like, "Do you want to come and fuck me in my van?"
Jesus.
Like just
That's
some
so
fucking
visceral, bro.
random ass dude. And
What?
and it's known
Scary.
for gay dudes.
What do you think goes on through somebody's head where they think that's acceptable? Like that's an acceptable way to start a conversation or a relationship.
No, and it's really not. But I think their big thing is known for gay dudes, like gay dudes fucking.
What do you think controls has an effect on that?
Landholds and probably basins and everything. You know what I mean? Probably elevation.
So you're talking about trenches.
Do you think
Elevation.
elevation has a difference on your sexuality? Because there's a lot of lesbians in fucking Colorado. I will give Colorado that. Their lesbian culture is immense.
I think they just moved there.
I respect it too. Because, you know, lesbians are cool, bro. You can talk to them about women, and then they can cook you a meal, and you be like, God damn. You lucky you got short hair, baby.
What do you mean by that one?
I'd fuck her.
So you wouldn't fuck her with short
Because
hair?
cause at that point, she's like a man and a woman, because you can talk to her like she's a man and fuck her like she's a woman. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I think I just cracked the fucking code. Dude, bro, timestamp this shit. 54.
Gator thinks
Bro.
he's in the Matrix right now, and he just broke out of
Dude, I literally just cracked my fucking code of women. Like, I need a bisexual woman
it.
now.
don't need to.
Because I can talk to her like she's a man and fuck her like she's a woman.
Yeah, but then you're equally about to get cheated on because you have two different groups of people that they're willing to cheat on you with.
True.
Think about that. It's the same way with same-sex.
But it goes with
relationships.
every relationship. They could always cheat on you, dog.
Yeah, but now there's twice the pull of people.
Then fuck her. Then get that bitch out of here. That's simple. If they're willing to cheat on you, good. Thank you. Like
I'm
that's
being
when people are
facetious.
like nowadays, if some bitch cheat on me, I'd be like, be going. All right, thanks. Thank you. Next. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many beautiful women, and like this is what I mean by like, I love beautiful women. Like, bro, beautiful. Like when I mean like beautiful women are art, like I mean that shit. Like I said this shit the other day to fucking Juan and Josh. Was like, bro, beautiful women to me are like art, bro. Like they need to be fucking praised. Like there's so many beautiful women in this fucking world. It's insane. Like there's no reason to be whining and crying about one girl.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's like the same
Unless
saying.
like
there's more fish in the sea.
there's one fucking reason, and that's if you truly love that person. That's the only reason you could be whining and crying.
Bro, like my ideal aspect of fucking love is that like you don't care about it, but at the same time you also need to be attracted.
Nah,
person.
it's more about. To me, it's more about almost like if I give this, you give the same.
I
And
want to
if
be
it's-
able
and
to
if
like
it's not the
spend time
same-
with somebody like for long periods of time without getting annoyed, bro. Like I want to be able to enjoy being in your presence, like regardless of like how often I have to fucking see you throughout the day.
I get what you mean by that.
Because I'm the type of person like my social battery like runs out.
Like you want to be able to just be around them for
Yeah.
like, forever, kind of.
Yeah, like it's hard for me to like go home and be able to relax if there's somebody else there with me.
Yeah, I know that's my big fear too.
Maybe that's because I haven't matured enough yet.
Yeah.
But like I really
always
enjoy my alone time and being able to fucking relax and not have to use my brain at all, bro.
Well, I
I
was
feel like everyone does. So.
Yeah, that's like a common thing.
I was different in that sense before I had my first relationship, because before I used to always wanted to be surrounded by people, and I always wanted to be around her, and I was like that thing like you said, like finally found that person you want to constantly be around with and not be annoyed.
Yeah.
It was like, I finally found that. And it's like once you get your heart broken for that first time, it's like totally different afterwards.
Yeah.
It was just like, fuck, it is what it is, man.
For me, it wasn't like I didn't get my heart broken. That wasn't what forced me to change. It was like I started to like realize like how many like different people I'd been dicks to like in relationships because I didn't have the emotional maturity to fucking deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, every relationship you learn from.
Yeah.
Like, my first relationship fucked me up so much, but I feel like it taught me a lot. Like, there's so much I learned from it. Like, you learn to not be a dick. You learn to be more patient, communicate better.
Yeah.
Like, you have to actually talk to them when shit happens.
Yeah,
But
like
it's just
there's
like-
some people that are just good at it naturally,
Yeah.
but there's also like
But that comes from their parents and the way they grew up and everything and such. But you have to learn it as a human. Like, you don't just fucking wake up one day and know 2 + 2 = fucking 4. You gotta
Yeah.
be taught that shit.
because like everybody has their innate skills, like but you can always just build on like what
Yeah,
you know.
you have your natural skills like eat, breathe, and shit, piss. That's your natural skills you're born with. But there's shit you have to be taught. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like when you're building muscle, like you have to teach your muscle that you can lift this much
You're
weight.
building like your level of emotional like maturity would be like probably like the most concise way you could describe it.
Yeah.
That's
But
like the one thing I worry about the most is being able to like sit back and look at everything,
But
bro, and realize like not regret shit.
Are true. It's hard because it's like fuck. 'Cause especially when you plan when you plan such a huge future, and it's just gone in a day.
Yeah.
It's like in a day, it's just like nah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, 'cause you plan like, bro, I just plan the rest of my fucking life with you. What do you mean you're done? It's like, what the fuck?
That's why it's hard for me to plan things. I live things by like day
Yeah,
by
and,
day.
like,
I don't
ever
really like
since-
plan
ever
for the
since, like,
future.
That one, it's just like, we're gonna go day by day, honey. You
That's
know what I
because like
mean?
that's what's worked for me in my
See, I
life.
do-
Like I just make things
Yeah.
happen.
And that's what it kind of taught me is like, you don't really fucking plan for the future because the present changes real easy.
Yeah. Like just because you made those plans doesn't mean you'll be in the same situation the next day to could then
And that's
act
what,
on it.
and it teaches you to just be able to fucking improvise. I mean, my whole life has just been an improv act. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
every single time I talk, every single time I say a sentence, it's me improvising on a fucking, like, every single sentence I say, I don't even know what I'm gonna say. I just start it with a random fucking word and see where it goes. Like, I'm playing. What's that shit they do? On the thing, like, you could write it. It has like random. It has the words, and then it has the word missing. And you could write it like a noun. It's like
don't know.
Mad Libs.
Oh yeah. Mad Libs.
I'm just Mad Libbing everything. That's literally what my brain is. It's just this is a Mad Lib.
Damn.
Okay. 59. What's up, Dylan Justice?
What's good?
How are you doing?
I'm chilling.
How's your relationship?
Really good, actually.
Dylan's better with women than I am. I'm a dick. Dylan's a very nice person.
Indeed.
How long have y'all been dating?
3 years. March 23rd. This past March.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
You're like married pretty much.
But I just gave her a promise ring too.
Shit, so that means y'all are married kinda now?
No, not just a promise ring.
So after going to this wedding, I guess party, you'd say this last weekend, how does watching that make you feel about wanting to get married?
I don't know, honestly, I just want to get fucked up a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, when I get married, I want to get fucked up with everyone.
Dude, I would have to show up fucked up because I would be so scared.
I don't know, like, imagine like the bachelor parties and shit.
Because,
and
like,
going out.
If I'm telling jokes and people are looking at me, like, in front of everyone, I'm telling jokes. Like, I feel good about that. Like, people are looking at me, I'm earning that. I'm earning that, like, interaction. Like, you look at me, I'll tell you jokes, you fucking laugh. But you staring at me for a wedding, like, ooh, that scares me. It makes me feel, like, weird.
I look forward to like the honeymoon the most.
The fucking... Where would you want to go for an ideal honeymoon?
I don't know. I like Mexico. Or
I'd say,
Hawaii.
oh yeah, I was about to say Hawaii. I feel like that's the go-to.
Yeah.
I'd be like more bougie with it. I'd be like Paris.
Oh yeah.
That would be dope. No one really goes to Paris for their fucking thing.
Yeah, no. I think so.
Or like Greece or some shit.
Greece, Egypt.
Maybe Italy. Somewhere in Italy.
Ooh, Italy would be nice too.
Ireland. I need to go to Ireland one day, visit the homeland.
Ireland.
That's the motherland,
I
bro.
want to go during the beer fest or.
That's in Germany, I think.
Oh, wrong one.
Bro, imagine
They have like something. They have
Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest. That's what I meant. Oh, they have the
Bro,
big
that would be
pictures.
so fucking crazy if we just pulled up to Germany. That's a big thing I've always wanted to do for sure. Definitely want to go to Oktoberfest this year
Oh, that'd be so.
here in New Braunfels.
Oh yeah, they have it in like Fredericksburg too.
Really?
They'll have like a little festival there.
Everyone goes to New Braunfels and just gets fucked up. I'm like, bro, are y'all driving back? And they're crazy.
They have a little alcohol ice cream place there now.
Oh,
You saw that on TikTok?
the fucking like whiskey deer, the fucking
Something.
I don't know, but it looks good.
Yeah, it
They
looks
make new
good.
ice cream every day. It's like fresh.
I was like, damn.
I was like, you ready to take off? Head out of here.
Sure, we just got up to an hour.
All right, bet.
Yes, sir. Y'all stay
All right,
safe,
y'all
little
stay safe.
gators.
Love y'all. Deuces.
Deuces.
Hey, manifest my demons, I don't give a fuck. All this